Hey y'all, how's it going? It's Ben with Whitetail Hollow Farms, and today we're going to be drilling some alfalfa with our John Deere 8200 grain drill. So let's get started. So obviously all y'all are going to be new to the channel. This is going to be our first video I think I'm going to put out for the channel. I'll get to what we're all about here at Whitetail Hollow Farms. Cows mooing. We'll get to what we're all about here on the farm while we're kind of in the process of drilling some of this alfalfa. To give you a little backstory on what we're doing here today, we have got approximately 2 or so acres of alfalfa that need to go in the ground today. I'm going to be planting this for hay purposes. We got this drill, I would say probably 3-4 weeks ago at auction for a pretty good price. It was missing the entire hydraulic assembly for it, missing the jack, and so we got that, and I replaced a couple of tubes on it in a couple of different spots. So now all we need to do is, I think there's some grease zerks up in here that we need to get real quick, and one of these hydraulic hoses is not tight. The fitting is not tight on it, so I gotta come in here and make sure all these fittings are tight and they're not going to leak while we're trying to hook it up to the tractor. So let's see if we can get some of this accomplished today. The weather should hold out for us. I think it's supposed to get sunny here at some point today, but it's kind of overcast and nasty at the moment. So let's get started greasing this thing down and tightening those up, and I guess then we'll go get the tractor and get started on some of this. I think I got both of these tight enough. I guess we're gonna see when we get the thing hooked up. So I think that's all I had to do to this drill, was just tighten down those lines there and get those 2 grease zerks. I suppose now we can go get the tractor from up at the north end of the farm, bring it down here, hook it up, go get the seed, and hope for the best. So we're finally here at the Kubota. We got a big trash pile of old siding and roofing and garbage that needs to get cleaned up here in the barn. It's just kind of in the way of parking the tractor. We got to get this big 12-foot set of lamprey harrows off before we can go get the drill from the south end of the farm. Well, let's get this thing turned around and get these harrows off of this tractor. So some of you might be wondering, why are we using this big 135 horse Kubota M135 for this drill and some of the other stuff that we use? The main reason is because this is our only tractor with rear remotes on it. We're kind of trying to change that. Maybe eventually soon we'll get like an 80 horse tractor, 70 horse tractor with rear remotes and a loader on it. That's kind of our dream goal right now. It's just kind of a making it work kind of deal. Get this thing backed up in here. Perfect. That's one. Oh, gotta use my strong hand. Dang, this one don't want to let go. There we go. That'll do it. Alright, so I kind of had to turn the tractor around for a minute because I forgot the big camera bag with all the chargers and everything else in it, and I almost forgot a hitch pin. So, two important things that I should not have forgotten. I told y'all that I would kind of give you a rundown of what we're doing here and what Whitetail Olive Farms is and why we're starting this YouTube channel. So I am 19 years old. My name's Ben. I run the farm with my parents, Gigi and Jed. We live in Havana, Florida. We have about 45 acres of land that we own ourselves that we do all types of livestock farming on. We have got a lot of animals, not limited to, but including big pigs, bunny rabbits, cattle, emus, and lots of chickens. Squealing baby pigs. Guineas and turkeys. Peafowl. Ducks. Goats. And Bonnie the deer. So, as you can see, we've got quite a few animals around here. And kind of our goal with the animals is to turn this place into a research and education farm for people who were like us 6 and 7 years ago, who just wanted to learn about all these animals and how to start a farm and how to be more organically grown, homegrown. So we're kind of aiming towards a regenerative educational farm is kind of what our goal is for this place. I am currently working on hay. That is my big thing right now, is learning how to feed these animals ourselves. Because right now, we have been buying hay from a farm down the road. And while that's great and all, it would be great if we could grow it ourselves. That way we know how it was grown, where it was grown, and what it is. We've done a lot of research on what the best forage types are for our animals, and we already feed a specialized type of chopped alfalfa that's fermented. You can look them up on our Facebook page, or through our Facebook page. It's called Alpha Hay, and it is a fantastic product. Our animals just love it. They eat it up. It's great. So we love alfalfa around here, and we knew that it could grow in this area. We had seen that the University of Georgia had developed a Bulldog 805 variant of that hay to grow in this area. So we're gonna give it a shot, see how it works. This is our first time kind of going for this whole hay thing. I have got every piece of equipment that I need now. I've got a New Holland 492 hay bind for my mower. I've got a Vicon, I think it's an RS 510 something or other tedder. I've got a New Holland 57 roller bar rake and a Vicon, I think it's an RP 1210 for my baler. So all 4 pieces of equipment need a little bit of work. I think the hay bind's pretty much ready to go. I don't know why this gate is not closed. I think the hay bind's pretty much ready to go, apart from needing some hydraulic work done on it. The tedder probably needs a few new teeth. It's in rough shape. It looks like it's been sitting out in the woods for a long time. The rake, the PTO shaft on it's a little bit sketchy, but it should work for the time being. I've replaced a few teeth on it, and the baler needs some new belts, and who knows what else. I think that's probably our most complicated piece of equipment apart from the mower. And I got the baler for really cheap, $300 for that Vicon baler. So we'll see how it does. It was kind of a, I'm stupid if I don't at least buy it and try it and see if it works. For all I know, the gearbox in it could be shredded. So we'll see. That is kind of where we're at right now. Is we're gonna try this hay thing out. I've got a lot of Bahia grass that can be cut and harvested right now, and that's kind of gonna be my goal this week, is testing out all these machines, seeing what work they need done, and seeing if we can make some hay this week. Long-term goal is to kind of harvest some of this alfalfa that we're growing, so we'll see if that works out. We're planting, I think, 2 acres today. We've got a lot more acreage that we're planning to plant this coming year on some property that we manage, which is where this tractor right here is from. It's not actually our tractor. This is a tractor that we have the ability to use. Kind of looking at getting our own tractor. Like I said earlier, 60, 70, 80 horse tractor with a loader and rear remotes is kind of what we're looking for. So we'll see if maybe we can get something like that cooked up in the future. But so we're almost to the grain drill. Got to give Dad a call, see if he can give us some help here. Never run this drill before. I have no idea if anything's wrong with it or whatnot. All I've done is the things that I know were wrong with it. I got the adjustments freed up because they were all rusted up and destroyed. I got the new jack stand put on it. We greased it, and I put the new hydraulic cylinder on it. So hopefully that's all it needed, and we'll be able to just go ahead and plant today. I guess I'll see y'all when we get hooked up. Alright, so we got the drill hooked up. We got alfalfa ready to go, sitting on the back. And Dad's following us, and we'll let you know when we get up there to the field. And we'll get started on planting. I swear this is the slowest automatic gate opener. He could not go any slower. Finally. I can honestly say I never did expect to see myself running a tractor this big or having a grain drill behind me about to plant alfalfa. So this is pretty exciting, and I'm really excited to take everybody with us on this journey and kind of learning our way through hay. Alright, we made it to the first small little patch here, and we're going to get out and dump some seed. Alright, so we're finally drilling. We are 100% amateurs at this, and it seems like our drill has got a few little problems. I suppose we'll get them figured out as we go. The little gates we're missing, we dumped a bunch way over there because there's some sort of little manual gate that was open. I don't know. I mean, overall, we're dropping seed, we're doing all right, so we'll get there. Keep you updated.
No use in crying over spilt alfalfa seed.
Alright guys, so we ran out of memory card space. Didn't really get to finish showing y'all us drilling in all the alfalfa. As you can see, we had some problems with our grain drill. It is not in the best of shape, as it turns out. Even after all the repairs that I did to it, there's still stuff on it that's just not working. So I gotta get that figured out. And we might even kind of get a new drill, sell that one, get it fixed up, and get rid of it. So it just didn't seem to do a very good job for little tiny alfalfa seeds, and there's probably a better option. I know they sold that series of grain drill with a grass box on it that I'm sure would have been fantastic for our use. Don't really know what the grass box does in comparison to the regular big box that's on it. I might need to look into something that's more oriented into small little seeds. Would have done great with like peas or something like that, oats, big seeds, but it did not work out too well for our use because we wasted a lot of seed, lost a lot of seed. But I'm happy to report that 17 days later, December 4th, we have a lot of growth. I did not fertilize this. I'm still waiting to get soil samples on this to find out what type of fertilizer or nutrients we might need to put into the soil. Definitely gonna aim towards some type of organic fertilizer if possible, because like I said, we do organically grown stuff around here. I think I said that earlier in the video. We try to do no herbicides, no pesticides, as organic and homegrown as you can get. I am beyond pleased at how well our little alfalfa is doing. With no added support, boosters, or anything. It is really coming up in here. And I think that part that I'm happiest about, and I wish I would have taken video of all this, because I'm kind of late into getting started with all the video and putting it on YouTube. We have got a lot more alfalfa in this field than we do Bahia grass or Bermuda or whatever you would like to call it. This stringy stuff right here, this is Bahia, Bermuda, not so great coastal grass that I really wanted to kill out of this field. But like I said, we don't do Roundup or anything like that. It's just not in our nature. We've seen what glyphosates and some of those herbicides can do to a deer population like ours that we've got out here. They create tumors and all sorts of other mess. And we just really don't want those chemicals around our deer. So we try to stay away from that whenever and however we possibly can. But the alfalfa is definitely overgrowing our Bahia and Bermuda that decided to stay in this soil, even after harrowing it 3 to 4 times. But I've got certain areas in here where I guess the soil was just much better than others, and it has flourished. Obviously with a grain drill, it planted in rows, and ours had issues, so there were certain rows that it just didn't really want to come up in, and other areas that it did really well. It's looking good. I'm hoping that eventually it will go ahead and get really established into this soil. Get this stick out of here before we run it over with a mower. I'm hoping that it gets really established in here and starts to spread. Look at this line right here. This is just up and going. The animals are gonna love this. When the deer in here figure out what this stuff is and they start munching on it, I have a feeling that we're gonna have a hard time keeping them out of it, because there's already a lot of evidence of deer in this field. So they obviously just have not started pecking around at all this, or they have and they just haven't figured out how much they really like it yet. But we've got some dead spots in here, like this area right here. We got a little bit of growth, little sprigs coming up, but not a whole lot. So I'm thinking I'll give it some time to establish. maybe spread a little bit if it does, and if not, in the spring we'll go ahead and overseed and hopefully get it a little bit more everywhere. I'm sure that the Bahia is going to try and take back over at some point, so that's going to be a constant battle. If we can keep a consistent amount of alfalfa in this field, I'll be very pleased. And right now it seems to be the ruling plant here. We'll see how it works out. I hate to continue rambling, but this winter we will continue to see how this stuff develops, and I want to try to go to a Monday, Wednesday, Friday video format. I'd love to do every day, but I just don't have the energy like some people on YouTube do. Maybe at some point we'll go to every day, we'll see, but right now I've got a lot of stuff going on. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, we will try to make that a thing. We've got a lot of winter projects to work on: fencing, organization, pressure washing, cleaning out sheds, stuff that's just really hard to do in Florida when it is 100 degrees outside and the heat index is 115. So I want to try and get some of these big projects done while it's nice and cool out here. I think it's like 55 today. Feels fantastic out here. We'll aim at that, and hopefully y'all can see that. Today I'm planning on shooting a video of working on the tedder. We'll see how that works out. I've got some not so fun projects that I also should probably work on today, so those might overrule working on the tedder, but I appreciate everybody watching. Hopefully you'll tune into our next video. I'll probably end up linking it in the bottom description of this video, and it's probably going to be me working on our Vicon tedder, getting it all cleaned up, ready to go for this next coming season. I've also got a big thing that we're going to be hopefully bringing home this weekend that I'm definitely going to do a video on, so stay tuned, look out for that video. Pretty excited about it. We'll see how it works out. So appreciate everybody watching. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, leave a like, subscribe, all that good jazz. So thanks for watching. See you next time.